Hey guys, welcome back. In the last lesson, we learned how to apply the responsiveness to different components. So in this lesson, we are going to look at how to use the card component Chakra UI provide us with. So if you're just newly joining, make sure to like and subscribe. So guys, to learn more, to look at how to use the card components carriers provide us with on our project, we need to first of all look at what is the card component and what is it all about. So to do that, we need to go over to Chakra UI doc. If you come over to their doc, you can search for card or click on the component and scroll down. You will see the card. Just click on it. So when you come over to the card page, you see that we have Chakra UI export like 4 different components for the card. You have the card header, card body, and card footer, etc. So if you scroll down, we can see how to use the card in different ways. Chakra UI give us different examples on how to use the card on your project, on our project. So what we're going to do in our application, once you use the grid, once you change the grid of squares, like we have here, if you come up to our page, you want to change this grid around, replace it with the uh, card components to make it more presentable so that we don't have the border line just displaying there like that. So back on our project. So to do that, we are going to first of all look at data that I've already placed in the project. If you scroll up and you look at here, you will see you can find the data. So I've added the dummy data where we can look inside it. To get the data if you don't have it or it's not in the starter project, you can head over to the GitHub, the link to the GitHub repo for the lessons down in the description. So, so if you come over here, you can see I've written a lot of data here. We have just simple data, the ID, the content, the tags, the assigned user. So I've used avatar images from this website, URL, the total comment, the number of attachments, and the progress percentage. So to do that, we can import this into our dashboard and make use of it in our application. So let's head over to the dashboard page and let's import the dummy data. So I'll just paste that here. So this is a dummy data. So what I can do here is I'm going to clear out most of the box components since we want to output them with the task bar. So what I can do inside here, I can open it and try to look through the data. So I'll just do tax data.map. So I'm going to use the tax, I'm going to put in the tax. So I'm going to say that, let me say that. Let's push in this box here. Remember to put the key. Apps dot id. We can save that. So if we go to our browser, we can see. Let's try and output. Let's try and output some content here. So just put in task.contents. So we make use of the tax ID here for a key property, and we're using task content just to output some content so we can see it. So let's save and preview. Okay. So let's try and import the dummy data from where it is going to solve this train error. Okay. Let's see if that's You can see that let's have out the output of different content here. So now let's replace them with a card component because this really look terrible. So to do that, let's come over to our code base and right over here, and let's change this from the box to the card. So let's import the card components from Chakra UI. So just let me remove this and change it to card, and it should come up. Yeah, card, and let's close it. So let's put in a key tax.id. So after passing the key, we can also pass in some different components that is being exported by Chakra UI for the card components. So we are going to output first of all the card header. We're going to export the card header. So let's just output it, then later we are going to customize it. I'm just going to give it a name so we can see it. Subscribe. Get it. So we have other parts. We have the card body. Subscribe. Then we have another component we are going to also use, which is the footer. Make sure to import that. Let's remove the box component since we are not making use of it. And this is where we're going to show the number of comments and number of attachments. So let's just put this to footer. So I'm just adding some text, and if you see how it's been previewed, let's save that and let's preview that. We can see our application is getting shape now. So these data, so we will change them from this dummy data we've added. The header, the body, and the footer. So let's go over here to replace it with actual content. We're going to get rid of all this content. Let's start with the card header. So for the card header, I'm going to output here the task content. I should have named it title, but I just decided to name it the content. So I want the content or the title. You can rename it title, but I would have changed it to title, or I've make use of content already. So you're going to output the text content here. And for the header, I want to give it some styling. So I'm going to add in the font weight. I want the font weight of 500. And I'm going to give it let's clear one. Padding bottom of 0 and the flex one. So let's save that and let's preview it. You can see that the items, the contents are already showing in all of them. So we're going to look at the footer now. So let's just clear most of all these contents from the component. So for the footer, I'm going to add in, I want to output the number of comments and also the tax number of attachment, the number of attachment files. So I want to make them horizontally. So I'm going to make use of the H stack, which I'm going to import. So inside here, I'm two components here. We're going to output two components here. We're going to add with text. So make sure to import that. So we're going to output this. I want the tags dot, let me see, total comment. Then I'm going to give this comment. Then here I'm going to add an icon. So Chakra UI also have a property called icon. That's icon button, but icon. Then we're going to, let's import that. So for the icon, I'm going to pass in the artwork too for this. So we're going to pass in some property fi, some icon fi from message circle from React icon. So I'm going to copy this and paste it here again. So this one is going to be for the number of attachments. Number of attachment files. So I'm going to change this to files. And the icon, we're going to just change it to fi link. So for the footer, we're going to add in some styles. We're going to put in justify, contents, space between. Let's add in some other styles here. Py equals to 13 pixel. So I want to add in some color. So the color I'm adding here is going to affect the whole child components. I'm going to change that to gray.700 and font size to 14. You can add them directly to the child components, but I want to use them on the parent component, so I don't type them multiple times. So let me format this, and then the next thing we are going to add is the border. So let me move this into the top, and let's add this here, border top. So I want border to be like 1 pixel solid, and I'm going to change this to hash this color. So yeah, I want to give this in a gap, a little gap of 1, and also a gap of 1. So let's save that and preview it. We've completed the footer, the header. Let's preview this. We can see we have the comment and the 5 comments, 3 files. Card is getting shape. So the last thing we're going to work on is the body. So let's go back to our code and work on the body. So the body is going to be much. So we're going to want to add in the tag component. So for Chakra has a tag component which we're going to use to display the tags from which we have here on our, you can see tags here, and also the avatar for the assigned user. So let's go over here. So to do that, we're going to put in the tag component. So if you want to learn more about the tag, you can view that in Chakra UI doc. So I'm going to import tag. Then I'm going to close that and open that. I'm going to output the tags dot tag dot name. Remember, if you look at the data we have in tag name, we use the tag and the name to display the name on the tag. So for the styling, we are going to add in the color scheme of green. Then we're going to add in the font weight. Change that to 400. We're going to add the font size of 13 pixel. But there's some other things we've added here, the colors. the color, the background color. If you want to make use of them, let's just use them. So I will still change that back to green because I don't want to even use that. So to use that, you can come over here. Let's remove this color scheme from Chakra UI. Let's add in the background color. We can just do the tags dot tag dot background color and the color to tags dot tag dot color. Let me format this. Then if you save that and you preview that, you can see that we have different color. But I really want to change this to green, to default to green. I want them to use only one color scheme. So which Chakra UI provide us with? It's not must we must use our. So for color scheme, I can just change it to green. And when we preview, this is it. It's looking great. So the next thing we're going to add is the avatar component. So let's come over here to the body and add the avatar component and also the progress component. So the avatar component is going to be at the left, while the progress component is going to be at the right. So let's first of all use the progress component. So to do that, is another component Chakra UI has provided us with. We're going to just get the progress component and we're going to just touch open. We're going to just close it. So inside it, we're going to pass in the value. We're going to pass in the value, and that value is going to be the tax dot percentage progress percent. We are going to add in the size. I'm going to make the size XX, so to be very extra small. We're going to add in a round of full rounded of full. We are going to also add in the color scheme of green. So that is for the progress bar. So I want to display another component at the top of the progress bar, is a text component, so that display the number of percentage of the progress. So let's import the text component, and inside here I'm going to put in the tax dot progress percentage. So let me show the number here, and I'm going to add in percent here. So we're going to add in some styles here to the text component. So yeah, we're going to add in the font size to 13 pixel, text align right. Then we're going to give it a margin top of -13. So I want it to come up, so it's still on top of the bar. Then and also a margin bottom of 3 pixels. While we give it a color grade, color of gray of 500. So let's format that and let's wrap this with a box. Let's wrap this with a box. Box. Make sure to import it. So I want the box to have a flex 1. And let's move all this inside it. And let's format it. So let's save, and if we preview that, we can see the progress bar and the percentage there. So the next thing we are going to add in is we are going to add in the avatar component. So to do that, we're going to come over here. I'm going to add in a box. And we're going to just put a placeholder since we're going to talk about the avatar components in the next lesson. So we're going to just put in a placeholder here of, let me say, AV1, AV. So it means avatar. Then we're going to wrap everything here with a H stack. So that everything, the progress bar and the avatar components are horizontal in line. So we're going to give this a styling. We're going to give this of padding top 17 pixel, and we're going to give this of gap 10 pixel. So if we save that and let's preview, we can see the avatar here, which we're going to look at later in the course, and the number and the percentage, the 70%, 25%, and so on. So lastly, before the end of this lesson, we're going to add in some items, some components heading at the top of our card. So we know what page we are on dashboard, and we know what the title of this page is. So what we're going to do here, if you come over to this place, so let's come to the top of the page. So at the top of this page, we're going to output everything with a box component. So let's move this inside. And let's set this to width equals to full. So inside here, we're going to set in a box component to where we're going to set in the heading. So inside the heading, I want to output the projects. I'm just putting a name that I'll use here. Wonder projects. So I just want to make this to have like, okay, the dashboard, which project has all those tags. Then we're going to have at the bottom, let's give this a styling so for the styling, we're going to give this a font size of 28 pixel. And what can we give it again? A font width of, let me say 500. And let's give it a margin of 5, bottom of 5 pixel. So below it, we're going to add in the text component. The text component, we're going to pass in, say, created by, so who created the tags? By tech with Emma. Tech with Emma on March of 4. Let's give this March 04 2024. So let's add a style to it. Let's add a style to it. Styles, it's equals to font size. Oh, sorry. Font size 15 pixel. Let's save that, and below it I just want to add in a button. So let's import the button. Let's import the button. So inside the button, I just name it new tags. So let's give it some style. Let's add in left icon. Now we can use the left icon. Let's add the left icon as FI plus. and let's add in color scheme green with margin top of 18 pixel. And let me format this. So yeah, we need to add in, let's add in the padding Y of 15 pixel. 15 pixel, okay, 18 pixel, 18 pixel. Let's save this and then let's preview. Hopefully it comes out well. Let's try it, and wow. So I want to also link this button to this page. So once I click here, it goes to our tax page. So that is pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So all right, this is pretty much it for this lesson. So in the next lesson, we are going to look at the other components we need to look at. Just hope that you've mastered or understand how to use the card component, the tag, and the progress. See you in the next lesson.